I wanted a new desktop background, so I thought I might as well make this in Blender. Alright guys, how's it going? Now first and foremost, if you're anyway experienced with Blender, this probably won't be the tutorial for you guys. Now if you're learning Blender, it might be worth following along. Now the reason I'm making a new desktop background is because on Sunday I have a nice video coming out that basically shows you how to customise your Windows UI. So I thought I might as well make a new desktop background. I don't like anything overcomplicated, I like to have it nice and easy. So in traditional fashion, let's delete the default cube. What I'll do here is I'll press Shift and A and we'll add in a plane. I'll then tab into edit mode, I'll press 7 to go to top orthographic. Now there's several ways we could build out this geometry. What you could do is you could grab an edge for example, you could press E to extrude, constrain it to the Y and then press 1 on the numpad and you would get a nice grid shape. Now the way I personally find this a lot easier is if I quickly undo this, I press A to select all of the mesh, I go to the edge and then I do a quick subdivide and I'll put the number of cuts up to something like 8. Then what I'll do is I'll use the box selection tool, I'll press 3 to select faces and I'll just randomly select some faces, and what I'll do here is I'll just quickly delete them. Let's just do something like this. Now I'm not putting much thought into it to be honest, as you might be able to tell, and let's just quickly do something like that. And I end up with a nice kind of geometric shape. Now the next thing obviously is to apply materials. So this is very easy as well. What we can do is I'm just going to box select these ones, I'll go to the material settings, I'll add in a new material slot, we'll hit new, we'll call this material 1 and we'll hit assign, and that will essentially assign the material to the polygons. The next thing I'll do is I'll just quickly grab something like this, again new material slot, new material, we'll call this material 2 and we'll hit assign again, and it's pretty much repeating the process over and over again. Now if you forget where you select, what you can do here is you can go to the viewport shading and you can just quickly add in some colour just to kind of give yourself some visual reference. So something like this. Now obviously I want to kind of divide this, so I'm going to select these polygons. I'll add in a new material slot, new material, material 4 we'll call this, and we'll assign this as well. And now we have essentially 4 materials. So one of the great things about the internet is it has loads of reference. So like a website like Coolors, excellent for generating templates and colour palettes. So I quite like this colour palette to be honest. What I can do here is I can just click on it and it'll copy the hex code for me. I can then go into the material, I can select the base colour and I can just paste this in. Now one thing that I might advise is changing it from a principal shader to maybe something like a toon shader, just so it's pretty flat, but we should be okay from here. So let's go back into Coolors again and let's select this colour, let's copy it, let's quickly paste these in. And that's us, we've pretty much assigned the materials. Now the next thing we need to do is quickly tab into object mode. I'm then going to go to the world properties. I would like to change the background colour, so I can click here on colour, I can change it to an RGB and I'll make it pretty dark to be honest, I'll make it something like this. So the next thing I need to do is set up the camera, so I'm going to press 7 on the numpad, that'll put me into the top orthographic view. I'm going to scroll out a little bit, something like this, I'll press Ctrl Alt and 0, and that will set up my camera nice and easy. And if I just do a quick test render by pressing F12, there we go, pretty cool to be honest. Now this has been lit by a single light, so let's quickly change this light, let's find it. Now this is the one that comes default with the scene, so you don't really need to do much, but I'm just going to place this right over the centre. I'll drop it in a little bit, I'll hit F12 and that kind of brightens up the scene a little bit. Now like I mentioned, you'll notice that the principal shader kind of has like a fall off. I actually quite like that to be honest. It might be worth changing this to a toon shader for example, and that'll keep it nice and flat for you, but I kind of like that fall off. Now I think the light's a little bit too bright, so I'll go into the light settings and I'll change this down to 500 watts. We'll hit F12, let's see what we get. Yeah, that's pretty cool to be honest. And that's pretty much how you make a quick desktop. Stay tuned on Sunday for the video, it's pretty cool. Do me a favour guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter, support me on Gumroad, you know what to do. Take care.